In the beginning, there was a glorious garden known as Eden. It was a place of paradise, where nature bloomed in harmony and tranquility. The air was filled with the sweet aromas of flowers, and the trees reached unimaginable heights, bearing fruits of every kind. Rivers flowed gently, adorned with sparkling water that reflected the vibrant colors of this heavenly refuge. Amidst this wondrous landscape, we find the first man and woman, Adam and Eve. Adam was formed from the dust of the earth, and Eve was created from one of his ribs. They were innocent and pure, with hearts filled with love and curiosity. God blessed Adam and Eve, granting them the freedom to explore and tend to all the wonders of the Garden of Eden. They had the privilege of witnessing God's creations up close, marveling at creatures big and small. Together they walk hand in hand, their footsteps blending with the gentle whispers of the wind. Yet within this paradise, there was one commandment from God that Adam and Eve had to obey. They were not to eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For doing so would lead to their spiritual downfall. The tree stood tall, amidst the lush foliage, its forbidden fruits glistening in the sunlight. However, their purity and innocence would soon be tested. A cunning serpent slithered its way to Eve, enticing her with persuasive words. It whispered promises that by eating the fruit, they would gain wisdom and become like God. Filled with curiosity and tempted by the serpent's words, Eve eventually plucked the forbidden fruit and took a bite, offering it to Adam. As the juices of the forbidden fruit trickled down their chins, Adam and Eve felt an overwhelming awareness of their nakedness and vulnerability. Shame washed over them, and they hastily covered themselves with leaves, attempting to hide their newfound self-awareness from each other and from God. God, being all-knowing, called out to Adam and Eve, who were now hiding among the bushes. They emerged timidly, trembling with remorse. God, in all his love and wisdom, passed judgment on their disobedience. He proclaimed that mankind would now face the consequences of their actions, including pain, toil, and mortality. With heavy hearts, Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Eden. They no longer had access to the lush paradise they had once called home. Cherubim with flaming swords guarded the entrance, preventing them from ever returning. They ventured into a world filled with hardships, knowing they had been separated from the divine presence. Although Adam and Eve faced the consequences of their disobedience, God's love for them remained. He provided them with garments made from animal skins, symbolizing his mercy and covering their shame. Their journey from the Garden of Eden marked the beginning of the human experience, a journey filled with both hope and the promise of salvation.